Alright, so today's discussion is going to be the versus argument. This person versus this person, hero versus villain, made-up character versus made-up character, fan character versus real character, established character versus made-up character. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so the big argument is well, who would win in a fight? This person versus this person. Theorycraft all you like. Use all the logic you like. Take account into their powers, abilities, and mental, prowess, and it still doesn't account for jack. You know why? Writer's favor. Whatever the writer of whoever's writing the story of these two going against each other is going to say is going to be law. Logic be damned. Powers be damned. Anything that you think would make sense can be thrown right out the window. Because if the writer wishes them to have the weakest character beat the strongest character, because of some plot hole, loophole, plot device, or just because, it's going to happen. I mean, look at Superman. Superman is like mega OP if you look at his track record, and yet every time we see him in the Justice League, any meta-human with even a microbe of super strength is knocking him around like like a clay doll or something, and you just kind of like, doesn't this guy get hit by tanks, bullets, explosions, and super beings, and just kind of sit there and take it? And you got somebody who's maybe, I don't know, 10 times stronger than a regular human being, knocking him on, knocking him around. You know why? Because the writer wants to do it. They want to make him seem more relatable, even though he could technically grab the planet and throw it into the sun on a thought. Writer's favor, okay? Okay, you have the most powerful character that is basically the equivalent, to God, in the DC universe, and things happen. Kryptonite apparently is the most abundant substance next to, cocaine and meth. It's just everywhere. And, it can be found, at your local hardware store, your local jewelry store, your local Lex Luthor convenience store on every corner of Metropolis. And it seems to be the cop-out excuse. Oh, and then magic. Magic is always the fun one, because that's just kind of the, oh, hey, gotcha thing here. Anyhow, moving on. The whole thing comes down to writer's favor. That's it. I'm done. We've ended this argument. It's done. You can say all you want. You can like, comment, or subscribe below. You can debate it. You can hate this video. I don't really care, because coming down to go away. No. Anyhow, getting messages right in the middle of a video. Nice. Anyhow. If I want this character to beat this character, say I want Thor to get beaten by, I want Thor to beat Thanos, okay? I just want to see, just Thor just cracking his face. And, oh wait, that's been done, and he lost horribly. So, yeah. Okay, I want Major Bummer versus the One Above All. Okay? And I want Major Bummer to win. So I'm going to write it to where, Major Bummer's going to have some convenient thing, to win. You probably have no idea who Major Bummer is. He's a satire to superhero comics. And it's pretty amusing. Anyhow, the whole argument basically comes down to writer's favor. And it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what logic comes into play, what utilities come into play, prep time, or anything like that. Okay, and now let's talk about real life. You versus the other person. Now, there's always going to be trash talk. Well, you could do this. It doesn't matter how skilled you think you are, but, because I'll do this. And then the other guy's like, oh, yeah, well, I would do this. And if you did that, I would just do this. Okay, well, let's just say this. It looks great, chalk and trash, up front like that, because, you sound tough and big and bad. At least in your own little head anyways, because the other guy's just kind of like, who's this guy, trying to fool, or what's he trying to prove? And it's ultimately going to boil down to this. You're going to get in a fight with this person in a video game or in real life or whatever situation, And he's going to think you're going to do something like this because you talked all that trash. You're going to think that he's going to do something, like this, and both of you do nothing of the sort, and you panic, and you're like, whoa, he's not doing what I thought he would do, which means I got to improvise. And next thing you know, you're both improvising, and all your great plans and theory crafting have gone out the window. Because let's face it, all the greatest planning can go to crap because the human nature element is random. We don't know what we're going to do until we do it. Anyhow, that's the end of my discussion right there. It all looks great on paper, but in the actual application, it's going to boil down to either random chance, writer's favor, or, just dumb luck, okay? And that's the end of the versus argument. There is nothing else to it. I mean, you can say, this person versus this person, and this person's guaranteed to win, but you know what? He's not guaranteed to win. There's nothing guaranteed in life except for death, taxes, and stupidity. All three of those things are common, abundant, and easy to find. And maybe even violence. I'll put violence in there too, because violence you can find everywhere too. Yeah. So there's 4 things that you have that are consistent in life. And currently dead. Let's make 5 things, okay? We get the Spanish Inquisition of problems. Anyhow, once again, my name's Dan Osbon, and that's been my thoughts on the versus scenario.